I am obsessed. Just check out the color shifts of this multi-chrome. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back. I'm Jeannie. In today's video, I'm doing a subby request to do this textured chrome look using a multi-chrome. So I'm going to show you my process for how I do this. So let's go ahead and get into it. I was looking through my chrome collection and surprisingly this was the only multi-chrome I could find, and when I say multi-chrome I mean that it's got a color shift depending on the lighting and the angle you're looking at it, but it doesn't have a name on it, so I'm not sure what brand it is or where I even got it from. And in the top left you'll see this is my inspiration pick, so thank you so much Stephanie for sending this over to me. I'll leave the link for the Instagram reel where I got this inspo from down below in the description if you want to check that out. But this one's going to be a fun one. I need a dark base to apply my chrome on top of to make it pop, so I'm going to be using this perfect black gel polish from the Daily Charme, and this is a really good name for it because you'll see just how opaque it is in one coat. And for this mani, I'm only going to do one coat on all my nails. I'm only going to show you my thumb and index finger because it does get a little repetitive, but I did want to mention that it's only going to be one coat on all my nails. If I were just doing a regular gel polish mani, I probably would do 2 coats, not really for opacity, just because that's what I normally do to make sure everything is smooth and even. But for this mani, because I'm applying chrome on top, I only need that one layer. So I apply it similar to the way I apply my dip base. So I start with my brush about halfway, about the middle point of my nail. I brush downwards towards my free edge, and then I'll work my way upwards towards my cuticle line. So I want to make sure everything is nice and even. I'll go in and get some more gel polish from the bottle if needed, or if I have too much on my brush, I may wipe it back on the bottle just to make sure I'm not flooding my cuticles, because I want to make sure I don't get any of that wet gel on my skin because that could lead to allergies. So I'm just taking my time, making sure I've got everything nice and even. This is a really great self-leveling polish. And then once I've got that, I'm going to flash cure it for about 15 seconds. And that's because I don't want it to move on me when I do the rest of my fingers. Because when I lay my hand flat in the lamp, my thumb is kind of pointed sideways, so that means the gel could run to my cuticle line. So I like to do my thumb separately from the rest of my hand. So I'm going to work on my index finger, starting with the middle point of my nail, brushing my way down towards the free edge, and then I'll work my way up towards the cuticle area. And I'm still working on my application of the polish because I want to make as clean of cuticle lines as possible, but it's a little harder with these Daily Charme brushes because they are a little bit larger. So I did get a little bit on my skin. So before I cure my polish, I want to clean up that gel. So I'm taking just some isopropyl alcohol and this cleanup brush, and I'm making sure to clean off any gel polish that gets on my skin before I cure it, because the gel on my skin can lead to allergies. So if you do get gel polish on your skin, make sure you're cleaning that up right away. And this is why I love working with gel polishes, is because it doesn't set, it doesn't cure until you put it in a lamp. So I have plenty of time to work with whatever I need to. And then I decide when I'm ready to go ahead and cure it. Whereas like a dip base or a regular nail lacquer, it's an air dry, so you're working against time. But with gel polish, I have plenty of time to do the cleanup. So I just want to make extra sure that I've got everything cleaned up. I went ahead and did the rest of my nails and gave them a full cure for 60 seconds. And I did 60 seconds because the black is so opaque. I wanted to make sure that it was fully curing all the way through. So now we're going to get into the chrome part. And in order to make the textured chrome look, I do need a really thick top coat. So I'm going to be using my Jin.B Crazy top coat. This is the thick formula, and I get this off of Zillabeau. And I have been loving this stuff because it is so easy to work with. So here's the brush I decided to use. It's just a random brush. I don't know where I got it from. So I'm just going to pick up some of that crazy top coat, and then I'm going to drag it across my nail just to make like that textured look, that line, because I don't want this top coat to be smooth. I want to create like those diagonal lines across my entire nail to have that like textured look. And if I don't want it to look too smooth, so I'm going to go in with a little more top coat just to make sure that I'm getting like a good textured look to it. But I did find this brush was probably a little too soft for this look, because I kind of was like, when I was dragging it across my nail to make like more of the lines, more of the textured look, it was kind of smoothing out the lines I had already done. So I actually end up switching out my brush for my other nails just because I thought this one was a little too soft. So the brush you use for this look does make a difference, but I'm going to go ahead and just finish off this nail. I gave it a flash cure for 20 seconds. So you never want to fully cure your top coat or else your chrome won't stick. So you just have to flash cure it. And then once I flash cured it, I just dipped my eyeshadow applicator into a little bit of that chrome, and look at how well it just applies to that nail. So I'm just going to go ahead and rub it in, make sure I've got all the surface area covered. I'll worry about cleaning up my skin afterwards, but I just want to make sure I've got it fully covered. So here's how it's looking. So you can see it's a little smoother than I would have liked, so I'm switching brushes. This is my gel brush from iGel Beauty, and it's a little bit stiffer, I would say, so it made it a little bit easier. So I'm just picking up some of that crazy top coat. I'm being very careful not to get any on my skin, and then I pick up a thicker amount because I want it to be that textured look, and I'm just dragging it diagonally across my entire nail in little sections just to get that textured look. So I think you can sort of see what I'm talking about, where it's kind of got like that ripply look. And once I'm happy with that, I'm going to hurry up and flash cure it. Each nail I flash cure for 20 seconds. So I'm going to do one nail at a time just because I don't want the gel to level on me. So I want to make sure that I'm keeping that ripple. I'm flash curing it, and then once I flash cure it, I'm going to just take a little bit of that chrome, a little bit goes a long way, and rub that into my nail for even coverage. So I'm going to let you watch the rest of my nails, and then I'll hop back on once I'm done with that. I decided I didn't like the way my thumb looked. It wasn't textured enough, so I'm just taking some isopropyl alcohol and a lint-free wipe, and I'm just wiping off that chrome that I had applied. And this is why it's so important to go ahead and top coat your chrome when you're done with it. Because if you're not protecting your chrome with top coat, it's going to rub right off. So once I've got all that chrome off, I'm once again going to take my Jin.B Crazy top coat. This time I'm using my iGel Beauty gel brush because it was a little bit stiffer. And so I'm just going to pick up a nice dollop of that crazy top coat. And then I'm going to start dragging it across my nail. So I'm going to drag the brush to create like those lines, that textured, that rippled type look across my nail. Once I'm happy with that, I'm going to flash cure it for 20 seconds and apply my chrome. Once I finished, I went ahead and gave my nails a full cure for 60 seconds because remember, they were only flash cured at this point, so I want to make sure that my gel is fully cured. Now I'm going to go ahead with my dust brush and dust off any of that excess chrome powder because there is loose powder, and I will do a little more cleanup after I do my top coat as well. So I've got my double dipped Ultra Shine Hema Free Gel Top Coat that I'm going to use to protect my chrome nails. So I'm going to make sure that I'm capping my free edge first. And once again, I want to do my thumb separately because I want that to sit upright when I'm curing it. So I'm going ahead and capping my free edge first, applying my top coat, give that a flash cure for 15 seconds, and then I will do the rest of my nails. So I'm going to cap my free edge and then apply the top coat to the rest of my nails, and then I will give them a full cure for 60 seconds. After my nails are fully cured, I want to go ahead and clean up the rest of the chrome powder that's on my skin. So I'm taking a lint-free wipe and some isopropyl alcohol, and I'm going ahead and wiping off all that excess chrome. I could also get up and wash my hands, but I was being too lazy, so I just want to make sure that I'm cleaning everything up. And you can see here, it's easier to clean up if I wait till after my top coat because I didn't want to risk wiping off the chrome that's on my nails that I wanted to be there. So when I top coat, the chrome is now protected so that I can just wipe my whole nail and then just get off the chrome on my skin rather than having to worry about trying to go around my nail. So that just made cleanup a little bit easier and a little bit quicker to do it this way. I just had to look a little bit messy and a little bit crazy until I was done with my top coat. As always, I'm going to finish off my mani by rehydrating my cuticles with my Scales of Mermaid Cuticle Oil. This is in the set Mystical, and I definitely need to rehydrate my skin after this mani because I was cleaning off the excess chrome powder on all my skin using some isopropyl alcohol. And isopropyl alcohol is super dehydrating, so I need to make sure that I'm rehydrating my skin and bringing it back to life. So that pretty much wraps up today's video, and I also did want to mention that I have another subby request to do a chrome mani without using any gels, so I will be working on that soon, so keep an eye out. But this is the finished look of today's mani. I absolutely love the textured look, and I'm so glad I redid the thumb because that's now my favorite finger. The color shifts in here are just so fascinating. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue creating content like this, and it also helps YouTube recommend me to others, which helps grow my channel. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I upload content every Monday and Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.